Hey guys, this is BW and we're back out in the garage. We're going to pick up where we left off in the last video when we put our installation in for the master cylinder adapter kit for the clutch pedal because we went with the hydraulic system. I made a change. I used some viewer suggestion. I made a couple little tiny clips that I want you to check out just as soon as we get done with this intro. And then also we're going to work on installing our master cylinder and our booster. We're just going to mock them up today, and I'll show you where we're at with our brake system. So why don't you stick around and check us out. Alright guys, well the first thing I want to do is go through the 3 sets of clips I have as it pertains to this clutch pedal and the assembly for the McLeod system, and how we came up with the final resolution solution, if you will. You know, these aftermarket kits, they're nice to an extent, but at the end of the day you still might have to make a couple more modifications to make them work properly for your application. So this is what we did. Check it out. Alright guys, this is the original way I had it set up according to the instructions, and it works, but it didn't feel good and it was on a little bit of an angle. I really wasn't happy with it. So then I went ahead and I set it up the way I thought it went, and Jaws also said it goes this way, but you can see the bolt head hits and it binds. It wouldn't work. No matter what I did, it wouldn't work. So we decided that the best thing to do would be to shave the bolt head. So that's what we did. You can see here we shaved the bolt head and it just clears and it feels really good. It's smooth. At some point we can go ahead and put a countersunk in there, but for this purpose it works really good for now. Alright, well the first thing I want to do is give a couple shout outs. Jaws over there in Hawaii, he helped me out with this McLeod foot assembly brackets that I bought. You know, it wasn't fitting right. I had the bracket on the wrong side of the pedal. Actually I followed the directions to the letter. It never said the pedal. But it was on an angle, but it worked. But I didn't really like it. It didn't feel quite right. So he got a hold of me, he just did one with his buddy, and I told him, I said, yeah, I had it on the other side, but the bolt was binding. And sometimes you need that guy to give you a little nudge. So we went ahead and modified that bolt head and shaved it down. And now it fits, as you can see in the past video. Maybe at some point we'll put a countersunk bolt in there, we'll see. But what we have right now works. So thanks, Jaws. Next up was Chris from Ironhead Garage. He's building a gasser too, and he got a hold of me and he's like, Brian, you need the brackets to hold the foot assembly up under the dash. They're just pieces of rod that go in. Well, you know, I didn't take this thing apart, and my foot pedal assembly was in the trunk when I got this thing. So sometimes it's difficult, you know, knowing exactly what parts you need or what you're missing when you didn't take it apart. So he pointed that out to me. He sent me a couple pictures of what's underneath his dash, and sure enough, I need them. So then I was talking to Herb over there at Lovett SpeedShop, and he told me, Brian, I have an extra set of those and I'm going to send them to you. He sent me a picture of them and he's going to drop them in the mail, and we'll have them here and we'll be able to finish that portion of the job up just as soon as they get here. So I'm grateful to all these guys. You know, you people on YouTube are great folks, man, a whole heap of great folks. It's a good car community. Everybody's working together, talking behind the scenes and in front of the camera. So thanks to those 3 shops. Check them out. I'll put a link to each of their channels down in the description of this video. I encourage everybody to check them out. They're all great channels, they're good people, solid people. Alright? So next up, I have a sneaking suspicion this brake kit I bought is not going to fit our hot rod. So let me get that stuff out of the box and we'll take a look together. Be right back. Alright, just as I suspected, this brake kit isn't going to work. We'll have to get a hold of Speedway, but let me show you what I got. I was hoping to have a power brake system, but it's just not going to work out, guys. It's not even close. I don't know what I was thinking, but our valve covers come up way high. I could adapt those. You know, we could go with stock ones and it might work and things like that, but this is a hot rod. We're not putting factory valve covers on there, man. What was it, Dan, that told us just a bit ago that that's rain? Wow, man, you guys hear that ice fall off the side of the garage? That scared the Jesus out of me. But anyway, you know, Dan was telling us that's lame, so we don't want to be lame, so we're not going to put stock ones on there. We're going to leave it the way it is. Let me show you something else too. Let me pull this off of here. We'll have to put this back in the box. Hopefully Speedway got a return policy. If not, it'll be on Marketplace before you know it. So anyway, we know that isn't going to work. So I was looking online, and it looks like the smallest booster you could buy for this, I think is 7-inch. And I measured from the valve cover to the center of the hole, and it's only 4 inches. So you would have to notch the valve cover and all that stuff. Now I could weld aluminum, no problem, but that stuff, I don't think I want to get into all that. I think we're going to end up having a manual brake setup, but I'm not positive because I got to go in and do some research on that. Now you would think, oh no, now there's nothing to work on. Well, we got plenty to work on this car. It's a shell. So we're going to just hold off on the brakes, and we're going to circle back around to this foot pedal assembly because we do want to round that job out. But we'll circle back to it. All right, guys. Well, I need to go in and get this part situation straightened out. I want to get this stuff returned and get the right parts ordered in here. In the meantime, I wanted to let you guys know a ton more pictures came in for the slideshow after we put the first one up. A lot of really great cars. So what I've done is I've spliced them in with the other cars slideshow, and it came out fantastic. We had to rearrange a couple bits of the music, but that's all right. I wanted to make it so everybody's car is in there. So why don't you sit back, relax, and check out your cars.